Welcome to Penang. For your safety, please remain seated with your seatbelt fastened until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. It's been our pleasure taking care of you today. If Penang is home, a very warm welcome home.
Still look good.
Still good.
Still looks good, but
coffee time.
The travelator is closed today, so we gotta walk it up, but it's not too bad.
rice and duck. What is this building? It's crazy.
Penang is quite famous for food.
Okay.
So this is where we are. We are located at the Carnarvon Street and the
And we're off to explore Georgetown. First order of business, we're gonna find a coffee shop and then head to the weekend market at the bus depot.
Pretty cool though.
또 모든 게 다 나의 잘못이겠지 너를 위해 얼마나
I'm a puzzle.
Somebody else around.
Never-ending Thai iced milk tea here.
Mart run in Penang.
This is giving COVID era vibes.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait. 'Cause I'm always heading your way. And I know exactly what I'm looking for. And as we grow, I'll keep running till I can't no more. You'll always be the one I want at midnight. You'll always steal my breath away. Yeah. You'll always.
Now we're off for the real business. Coffee. Blue on blue.
We're heading to the supermarket because first there's AC here. Second, we also want to find the sambal that we had this morning.
Yeah, it's not mood sleeping yet.
Good morning. We are heading off to breakfast. The best thing about this hotel is that it is centrally located next to a lot of the cafes and a lot of the most famous murals of Penang. walking to a row of colorful houses that Victor wants to shoot. It's about a 20-minute walk from our hotel, but we took a couple of coffee breaks on the way here.
We made it to this street full of colorful houses.
Sticker stick on your shirt.
Sure. Thank you.
We just finished our self-guided tour of the Blue Mansion. We're gonna get a little snack and a bit of coffee.
scrolling on my phone. Mind gets caught lying to myself. I'm greener grass. Dream another life, one that's not so hard. I can get lost down that dangerous road. I am not dead. I do not know what they're really going through. There's a lot.
Last night in Penang, we're gonna get some tiramisu and a drink.